on your back. So spine is nice and long here. Your legs can be bent with your feet on the ground, or you can have them long out straight. Either one is fine. And then just start to let your breath slow down a little bit here. Allow your brain a moment to settle. Set any of your stresses of the day aside. And just allow and enjoy the opportunity to focus on your breath and your body. And then we'll exhale everything out. And then taking a deep breath in, filling up your belly, your ribs and your chest, and hold. And then exhale completely. And hold. Inhaling in, filling up your belly, your ribs and your chest, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and exhale completely, and hold. And again, inhaling in, filling up your belly, your ribs and your chest, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and then exhale completely, and hold. Last one like that. Inhaling in, filling up your belly, your ribs, and your upper chest, and hold for 3, 2, 1, and exhale completely. Now just some regular inhales and exhales. Expanding your ribs as you take a breath in. And then drawing them together as you exhale. One last one like that. Inhale. And exhale. If your eyes are closed, you can go ahead and flutter them open. And then draw your knees into your chest. Give them a nice squeeze. And then from here, we're just going to make some little circles with our knees and hips. So opening up your knees wide, bring them back around to touch, and then drawing them back in. So just warming up our hips. Breathing as you do this. As always with all of my classes, skip what you want, modify, adjust, make this your practice. All right, go ahead and switch directions. So moving the knees in the opposite way, still big circles. Got a lot of internal rotation poses today, so not a lot of warrior twos or anything, lots of crescent lunges and keeping our hips parallel. So it's a little tougher, a little bit harder to class, so take any child's poses that you need to. All right, from here, draw your right knee in, send your left leg long. You can have it out long, or you can bend it on the mat, whatever feels better. And then extending your right leg, you can grab it anywhere behind the calf here up to the foot and draw it in. So a hamstring stretch. If you'd like to, you can begin to lift your chest up off the ground, drawing your head in toward your leg. We'll be here for 3, 2, and 1. You can bend that right knee again, give it a tuck and a squeeze, and then switch legs. So left leg is in, right leg is long or bent on your mat. And then you can begin to straighten it, grabbing the right or the left leg anywhere along the leg here, maybe to the foot, drawing it in. You can stay here, or you can begin to lift your chest, drawing your chest up towards your leg. Think about drawing it up at your chest, not so much at your head. And we'll be here for 3, 2, 1, and slowly lowering back down, giving that left knee a little tuck and a squeeze. And then bring your right knee back up, and then you're going to have your knees at a 90-degree angle above your hips here. Just a little core work activation. You're going to touch your right foot down to the mat, and then bring it back up. And then touch your left foot down, bring it back up. A couple more on each side, just touching back up, hopping back up. Last one on each side. All right. You can bring both knees in, give them a squeeze. You're going to rock and roll all the way up and find your way to your bellies. So you can go through a little pop and flow if you'd like to, or you can just lumber around, however you want to get there. But we're going to take a Sphinx pose. So legs are nice and long behind you. Toes can be touching and heels can be slightly apart. Pressing into the mat with your pelvic bone, but your pumpkin stay nice and soft. And then using the muscles in your back, you're gonna lift your torso up. And you're gonna find and place your elbows directly under your shoulders here. Hands are gonna be out straight in front of you, palms on the mat. And then opening up through the front of your body, think about trying to pull your chest forward. Taking a breath here. And exhale. And then tucking your chin down towards your chest. If you'd like to, you can slowly move your right ear towards your right shoulder. Stretching the left side of your neck. And then slowly come back to center. And then other way, left ear towards your left shoulder, stretching out the right side of your neck. And then slowly coming back down. All right, releasing your head down towards the mat. And then we're gonna roll over onto our right side. So lay on your right side here. You're gonna pop your head up, cradle your head in your right hand. You want a nice long line here from your right elbow all the way to your feet, so you can flex your feet for a little more balance. And you can set your left hand in front of you if you'd like. So it's a little bit harder to keep your balance and where we're going than it looks at first, so if you wobble, that's okay. And bring your left knee in and up. Maybe grab that toe and see if you can send it up overhead. So side reclining leg lift. A little more core work than you would think. Taking one more breath. And then slowly releasing it back down. And you can just roll onto your left side. I'm just gonna switch. We'll do that on the left side. So cradling our head in our left hand now. Nice long line with your body from your left elbow all the way to your feet. You can flex your feet for a little more balance. Engaging your core. And then bending your right leg, bringing it up, grabbing that toe with the calf, and extending it. Use your core to keep you from wobbling. Taking another breath here. Exhale and slowly release. All right, then rolling back onto your bellies. Finding your inhaling up dog or cobra. And exhaling hips up and back, down dog. So it's your first one of the practice, so you can wobble it out, walk your dog, wag your tail. Take whatever movements feel good. Take 3 more breaths with your wiggles here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. And last one. And exhale. And then you'll make your way up to the front of the mat. You can take a couple of steps to get there. Separate your feet about hips width apart. And then grab opposite elbows, release your head, and enjoy your ragdoll. Maybe shake your head here, yes or no. Or sometimes I think it's nice to sway back and forth on the hips. Take a breath. Last one. All right, releasing your hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten out your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands into heart center. All right, from here, step your feet together. The toes or your other heels are slightly apart. If you'd like to set an intention for your practice today, you can do so now. All right, we'll get started with some sun salutations. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, do your flow. If you'd like to, you can step back for a plank for the first one, and then a low plank. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. 5 breaths here. Your heels should be hidden behind your toes. So it feels like almost a little bit of internal rotation there. You're evenly distributing your weight forwards and back between your hands and your feet. We want this nice long line all the way through your spine, from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Last breath here. Exhale. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, make your way to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms up. And exhale, hands in the heart center. One breath here. And exhale. Moving on again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. And exhale, do your float. You can step or hop back. Inhaling up, dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. 4 breaths. Trying to really grip the mat with your fingertips so your fingers are nice and wide. And then you're really almost trying to grip the mat with your fingertips. That helps protect the wrists. Last breath here. Then inhale, look forward. And exhale, make your way to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands in the heart center. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. And we'll take a sun B. Inhale, find your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your hands to your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Inhale, your right foot steps all the way up. Coming all the way up into warrior one. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, do your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Left foot steps forward, come all the way up, warrior one. And exhale all the way back down. Step back, do your flow. Inhaling and exhaling. 3 breaths here in your down dog. Last breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then drop your hips. Sink down, find your chair. Inhale. Exhale, stand up, hands at heart center. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. Moving on. Finding your chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, do your flow. Remember, you can skip any flow that you need to. Just meet us in down dog. Exhaling. Taking a breath here in your down dog. Be nice and stable. And then right leg's gonna lift up behind you, 3-legged dog. Keep the hips square and the legs straight. Inhale, lengthen all the way through the heel. Exhale, shift forward, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. And stay here. And then you're going to extend the right leg out to the front of the mat and open up for a fallen triangle. So left hip is lifting up towards the ceiling. Left hand is reaching up. Staying here. One more breath. And then exhale, bring your left hand down to the mat. Square off the hips. Draw the right knee back in up towards the chest. Move it over to the right side. And then stick it around behind you for a wild thing. A little half plank. Half back bend action here. Find some length. Breathing. One more full breath. And exhale. And inhale. And then exhale, unwind. Right knee comes down to the mat. And then you're going to step your right foot all the way forward and find a low lunge. So you can kick your left knee up off the mat if you'd like to, or you can drop it down
towards the mat. Either one is fine. While you're here, thinking about opening up through the left hip flexor, we do that by engaging our left glute. So that helps to open up the front of your body. Couple more breaths here. And if your hands are on the ground, you want to bring them up towards your quad, because we're going to add a twist here. So hands can come in heart center. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And then exhale, twist. So you can bring your left knee to the outside of the right quad. Twisting up. If this is too much, bring your left hand down to the mat and the right hand up. Couple more breaths here in the twist. Last breath. Unwind the twist. Both hands come down to the mat. If the left knee's on the mat, lift it. Step back and do your flow. Inhaling, up dog cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back. Down dog. Taking a breath here between sides. And exhale. Other side, left foot lifts up. Hips are square, leg is straight. Inhale, lengthen through the heel. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, and stay. Once you're stable here, extend your left leg out to the side under your mat. Ball and triangle. Right arm lifts up, open up towards the ceiling. Almost like you're trying to use your hands to lift your hips up. Your left foot is more towards the front of the mat than the side. Breathing here. 2 breaths left. And unwinding, right hand comes back down to the mat, square up the hips, and tuck the left knee in towards the left arm, and then step it up and around, finding a wild thing. So our left leg is bent, right leg is straight. We're on the outside of our right foot. You can have your left foot flat on the ground, or on your toe, whatever feels better for you. 2 breaths left. And then unwinding, coming back to the plank and stepping your left foot all the way forward, finding a low lunge on this side. All right, so again, right knee can be down on the ground, or it can be lifted, whatever you'd like. But think about trying to stretch out this right hip flexor this time, engaging your right glute to help you do that. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. All right, and you can walk your hands up onto your quad, lifting your chest up. Hands in heart center, and twist. Right elbow to left knee, twisting. Think about trying to bring your chest up towards your hands here to deepen the twist. Hips stay nice and neutral. 2 breaths left. All right, unwinding, both hands come down to the mat. Lift your right knee up if it's down. Step back and do your flow. Inhaling up, dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath. And exhale. And do a little bit of wrist stretch. So before we're currently get there, you're going to step your hands in towards your feet just a bit. So shortening your down dog. Then you're going to bend into your elbows and see if you can pop back towards your feet. I'm going to try that a couple times. It's a pop. So it's like just the opposite of a jump forward. We're jumping back, okay? Once you get there, you're gonna wrap your hands behind your knees and then bend down like a Malasana squat. And you can just kind of rotate out your hands here. So little circles, sometimes little spirit fingers feels good. Opening and closing the hands. 2 more breaths. All right, and then releasing that, coming back into your down dog. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. And then making your way to the front of the mat. Stepping or hopping up there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips. Inhale up for your chair. And exhale, stand up, hands up at center. Take a breath. Exhale, release. One more breath here. And exhale. Moving on, next flow. Sink your hips. Inhale up by your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, do your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath here. And exhale, release. All right, before we move on, let's find our proper spacing for a down dog here. So shift back forward and find your plank. You may find that you need to lengthen your stance a little bit. And then from your plank, keep your hands and feet just where they are, and then send your hips up and back for your down dog. So it may feel a little awkward, a little different than your regular down dog. Keeping your hips square, you're gonna send your right leg up for a three-legged plank. And then see if you can keep that right leg up in the air, shift forward for a three-legged plank. Sorry, I was three-legged dog earlier. All right, with your inhale, lengthen through your heel. And exhale, bring your knee towards your nose, still in this plank position. And then up and over, charging scorpion. Moving with your breath, tucking the knee in. And then charging scorpion. One more, tuck. And then right foot comes up towards your head, a little bend. And then you can step your right foot forward, place it on the mat between your hands. A little lunge. This time make sure that your knee is up off the mat. Getting steady here. We're going to lift our torso. So how we're going to make sure that our core is working to do that? Think about slicing your feet towards each other. Almost like you're trying to fold up the mat. Engage your core. Move your chest down towards your quad and send your arms over. Be here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting all the way up, finding a regular crescent lunge. So hips are square, we're still on the ball of our left foot, so that heel is likely sinking into a wall behind you. Arms are up, pinkies are rotating in. You can stay here, or if you'd like to, you can bring your hands down to your lower hips. We'll add a little bit of a back bend. Your inhale, lengthen through your spine. With your exhale, slowly begin to trace the ceiling with your head, opening up through the front body. Think about drawing the elbows together. Last breath. Exhale. Then unwind your spine. Bring your hands back up, overhead, returning to crescent lunge. And then we're slowly going to hinge forward and find a warrior 3. So hands can be down on the mat. They can be at heart center, out to the side. Hips are square, so think about dropping this left hip down. So both hips are pointing towards the mat. Left foot is flexed and toes are facing the mat. Breathe in here. And then you can stay or you can add some Shiva squats with me. Inhale, find some length through your heel. Exhale, tuck the left knee behind the right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squat. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squat. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, squat. We're turning back to this warrior 3. You can plant your hands down to the mat. You can step, hop, handstand back. Whatever you'd like to do. We'll meet in down dog. Inhaling. And exhaling. Breathing here. One more breath. All right, and checking our stance here, shifting forward, finding your plank again. And then once you have your spacing for your plank, keep your hands and feet where they are, send your hips up and back, down dog. From here, lift your left foot up, three-legged dog. Keeping the hips square and the foot flexed, shift forward, three-legged plank. Inhale, lengthen through your heel. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, send that foot up towards your head, charging scorpion. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, charging scorpion. Exhale, knee to nose. Last one, charging scorpion. And then step your left foot forward, find a low lunge. The right knee stays up off the mat. Low lunge. Stretching the hip flexor, but then also squeezing your legs together like you're trying to squeeze your mat together. Chest stays nice and low on your quad. And arms reach out overhead for this reaching low lunge. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting back up, full crescent lunge. The hands are rotating in. Hips are neutral. We're on the ball of the right foot. You can stay here, or you can bring your hands back to your lower back. Pressing down, bringing the elbows together. Lengthen through your spine. And then opening up through the chest. Maybe tracing the ceiling with your gaze. Breathing here. Last breath. Coming back to a neutral spine. Arms come back up front. And then hinging forward, finding warrior 3. So shifting all your weight into this left leg. Right foot lifts up behind you. Hips stay nice and square, so that probably means you need to drop your right hip down a little bit. Right foot is flexed behind you. Toes are facing down towards the mat. Staying here. And then you can continue to stay, or you can add those Shiva squats. Inhale, lengthen through your heel. Exhale, tuck your right knee behind your left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. We got 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck. Last one. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, tuck. Returning back to your warrior 3. However you want to get there, and you can make your way through a flow. You can step up, hands stand back, or meeting down dog. 3 breaths here in your down dog. Last breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees, take the hips down, scoop the arms up, chair pose. And exhale, stand up, hands up, center. Taking a breath. And exhale. Another breath here. And exhale. All right, we'll find our chair pose. I'm just going to turn to face you guys. We'll stay in our chair here for a moment. We're going to look down. You should be able to see your toes. Hips are sinking down and back. Tailbone is pointing down towards the ground. Arms can be overhead or on your hips, wherever. I want you to look down and look at your toes, and then see if you can lift your toes up off the mat. And then from here, see if you can set your toes down one at a time. You can start in either direction with your big toe or your little toes. And once you're there, then you're going to shift your balance into your right leg and see if you can lift your left foot up. Hovering here, getting steady, and then sliding the left foot back, finding a crescent lunge. Turn back around. So right foot is forward, left foot is back. Back into crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. And exhale, hands come into heart center as we twist. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twisting up. Breathing here. So hips are working to be nice and neutral. The twist happens from about our belly button up to the crown of our head. Last breath. And then unwind, you can bring your hands down to the mat. Slowly lower your left knee down to the mat and hinge back for a half split. So our left knee is on the ground, our right leg is forward. You can flex this right foot if you want to. Move it around, adjust it however you need to. Finding your half split. You can stay here. If you want to, you can add a little cat-cow action. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, rounding the spine. 3 more. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Now come back to a neutral spine. And then you're just gonna shift your weight all the way back. And we're gonna find a twist. So you can bend your right leg. Your left foot is gonna be by your right hip. And your right foot is bent. You can cross it over your left if you'd like to. If this is too much, you can also extend your left leg out front. Okay? And then we're gonna twist. You're gonna grab your right leg with your left arm and twist up. And then around towards the back. Breathing here. 2 more breaths. All right, then unwinding the twist. You're gonna uncross your right leg so it's not on the outside of your left leg anymore, but now on the inside of it, or on the right side of it. And then you're going to grab your leg by the calf here and extend it out front. You can also grab it by the foot or the toe. This is here. This is a little tight on your left hip. So you can again stand, extend your left leg out in front of you. You can do it this way as well. Okay. From here, you can stay or you can add the twist by grabbing the outside of your right foot with your left hand and twisting it open. So the tendency here is you're going to want to begin to sink down. So keep your chest lifted and your spine nice and straight. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly unwinding, bending both legs in again. And then you're just going to rock forward, place your hands down on the mat, step back, and do your flow. Inhaling and exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or float your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then drop your hips. Sink down, lift up, find your chair pose. Turn to face you guys again. Again, so you should be able to look down, see your toes. Tailbone is pointing down, arms can be up overhead or on your hips if that's more stable for you. Lift your toes up again. And then this time, try setting your toes down the opposite direction. So if you started with the little toe last time, start with your big toe. Generally much harder going in the opposite direction of what's normal for you or natural for you. All right, from here, get stable. Shift your weight into your left leg. Hover your right. With control, slowly slide that right foot back, finding a crescent lunge. So left foot is forward, right leg is back, arms are up, spine is nice and long. With your inhale, lengthen your spine, bring your hands into heart center, and exhale, add your twist. So right elbow, the outside of your left leg, all crescent. Hips are working to try and stay neutral. So twist is happening from about your belly button up to your head. Breathing here. Last breath. And exhale. Then unwind, bring your hands down to the mat. Slowly lower your right knee down to the mat and shift your weight back, finding a half split. You can adjust your front leg as much as you need to. Half split here. So think about drawing your right hip back, getting into this hamstring. You can stay here, or you can add that little cat-cow motion. So inhale, dropping your chest, looking up. Exhale, rounding spine. Inhale, and exhale. 3 more, inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Coming back to a nice neutral spine, and then shifting your weight back, drawing your hips back, finding the seat, and then we'll bend the front leg and take a twist here. So you can keep this right knee in towards your left hip, left foot's gonna bend, foot's gonna come on the opposite side of the right leg, and then we'll twist. You can cradle the left hand, in the crook of your right elbow, lengthen up, and twist to the back. Breathing here. Last breath. And then unwind back through center. And then we're gonna move into the parent. So you can uncross your left leg. If you wanna keep your right leg where it is, you can. Or again, you can extend it out long in front of you on the mat. This is too tight on your hips. Grabbing your left shin, engage your core as you lift your left leg up. You can keep your hand here. You can move it to your foot or your toe. Lengthening through your spine, rubbing across the collarbones. Stay here. We can add the twist, grabbing the outside of the right foot or shin with your, the outside of the left foot or shin with your right hand, and then twisting open. Looking through your spine so you're not sinking in here. Breathing. Last breath. Unwind back through center, and then release your foot down to the mat, and then up and over, raising your hand on the mat, step back or hop back and do your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. 3 breaths here. Last breath. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, separate foot your way up to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Sink the hips. Inhale up, find your chair. And exhale, stand up, hands at heart center. Taking a breath. Exhale, release. All right, moving on for some balancing. So starting with your toes together, heels slightly apart. We'll start from a chair. So sinking the hips down, arms come up. Chest is nice and up and lifted. And then press into all 4 corners of that left foot. And again, see if you can hover the right leg up. From here, you're gonna cross your right foot up and over, awkward chair pose. It's a figure 4, so your right ankle is on top of your left quad. Hands can come into heart center, pressing into each other. Engage in the core, finding some length in your spine. Breathing here. All right, from here, you're gonna send your left hand to your left hip, grab either your right toe or your right knee, straighten the left leg as you come up for hand and knee pose, or hand to foot pose, wherever you're at. 2 more breaths here. And then opening up slowly to the side. You can keep your left hand on your hip. You can send it out to the side. Maybe bring your gaze to the left if you're stable. 2 more breaths. And then slowly bringing your leg back out to the front. You can bend it again, and we're going to take dancing Shiva. So left hand comes to the right knee or the right foot, and then you're going to twist. So your legs stay straight, hips are square. You're grabbing the right leg with your left arm, twisting to the side. 1 more breath here. And then coming back to center, release the leg, hands up for 5. Maybe straighten the leg, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. All right, you can shake it out if you want to. Taking a breath. And exhale. Other side, sink down, start in your chair pose. Get steady here. Then shift your weight to your right foot, hover your left. Get stable. And then the left leg comes up and over, finding an awkward chair pose. So left knee, this is ankle, left ankle on top of your right quad, hands in heart center, pressing them in together. Lengthening through the spine, engage in your core. Staying here. All right, right hand comes to your right hip. Grab for that big toe or the left knee as you straighten the right leg, and left leg comes up. Hand to knee pose. Get stable here. Or hand to foot. 1 more breath. And then opening up to the side. You can stay or extend your right arm out to the side. A little wobbly myself. Maybe your gaze goes out towards that right thumb. 2 more breaths. All right, and then bring the leg back around to the front. You can bend it again if you need to, if you'd like to. Dancing Shiva. So left leg stays where it is. grab the knee with your right hand, and then twist open to the side. Practicing into all four corners of that foot, engaging the core, twisting open. Hips and knees are square. The twist is happening just in your torso. Last breath here. And then unwind back through center. Arms come up overhead. Maybe extend the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the foot down, and then you can shake it out if you need to. All right, feet hips width apart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward for a forward fold. You can grab your big toes with your peace fingers, and then bend your elbows out to the side as you pull yourself down. You can have a little bend in your knees if you'd like to. Trying to bring your chest down to your quads. Another breath like this. And then releasing your hands down towards the mat, palms face up as you slide them under your feet. So you're standing on your palms now, shifting your weight forward, and then maybe wiggle your toes a little bit. Release your head and neck down, look towards the ceiling behind you. One more breath here. And then slowly releasing your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stand up, arms come all the way up. And exhale, hands in heart center. Stepping the feet together, toes together, heels slightly apart. We'll go through a flow, but we're making our way down to our seats. Inhale, find a chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten your back. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back. Do your flow. Inhaling, up dog or cobra. Exhaling, hips up and back, down dog. Taking a breath here. Exhale, release. And then we're making our way to our seat. So you can just tuck your right leg down and your left foot down and make your way down. Or you can do a little jump through if you'd like to, coming onto your toes, bending the knees, hopping up, and touching your legs through. We'll find a boat pose. So find this nice tripod between your sit bone and your tailbone. Chest is nice and up and lifted. Spine is straight. You can support yourself with your hands behind you if you'd like to, as you begin to extend your legs out to the front. You can keep them bent or you can extend them straight. Maybe flex your feet or point your feet. And then again, flex. And then point. Once more, flex. And then point. If you'd like to, you can reach for your toes and extend your legs out front. And you can stay here, you can open up for the Z sit, finding some balance. This is a V, not a Z, so V sit. For 3, 2, 1, bring the legs back in, tucking the knees in, and then you can rock and roll. Turn on the mat. Mini rocks is feel good for you. All right, and we'll make our way to our backs for some bridge poses. We'll take 5. So feet are parallel to each other, and the outside of your feet is in line with the outside of your mat. Spine is nice and long and straight. Arms can be down by your side. We'll start with a bridge. Your inhale, lengthen everything. And exhale, think about using the front side of your body just to lift your hips up for bridge pose. You can stay here, or you can wiggle your shoulder blades together, interlace your hands underneath you, and lift up. Making sure you're not dumping into your shoulders. Your pumpkins are staying a little soft. They're going to be working, but you don't want them to be a primary muscle here. Last breath. And then slowly lowering down back to this bridge pose. You can windshield wiper your feet one in each direction if you'd like to. And then coming back, landing the feet. So feet and knees stay parallel. They're hip width apart, so don't let them splay open as you come up. You can take another bridge, or you can go into full wheel by flipping your hand, palms down by the mat. Inhale, lengthening, and exhale, lifting up. We'll be up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tucking the chin, coming back down. All right, spine is on the mat, and again, you can windshield wipe your knees, right and left to release the lower back, coming back down. All right, feet are planted again. Check in, make sure they're still hip width apart. Hands can come up, placing the mat above your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then coming up, bridge your wheel. A little bit of internal rotation of the legs, using the front body. Everything still soft for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tucking the chin and back down slowly. Again, windshield wipe, back and forth. Coming back, getting set up for your 4th one. I'm going to take a bridge this time. We're running out of parts to talk. Spine's nice and long. Your choice, bridge your wheel. Inhale. With your exhale, lifting up. Bridge your wheel. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're in wheel, tuck your chin. Come back down slowly. And then again, windshield wipe. Back and forth. And then coming back onto your backs, getting set up for your last one. Feet stay planted, arms down by your side or up overhead. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, lifting up, bridge your wheel. Getting set up. The last one for 5, 4, knees are still in line with hips. 2, 1, slowly lower down. All right, windshield wiper a couple times in each direction, releasing the lower back. All right, then you can take a Supta Baddha Konasana. So soles of your feet together, knees nice and wide. Releasing here. We'll take 4 breaths. Two breaths left. All right, then you can walk your hands out on your thighs, use your hands to help bring your knees together. And then a little bit of core work just to release that. So we'll do what we started with, knees directly over hips, feet are pointed, and then just tap your right foot down. You bring it up, and then tap your left foot down. You bring it up, once more each side, right foot, and up, and left foot, and up. All right, now if you'd like to, you can bring your knees in, and rock and roll up to find the seats. So we'll start with our legs out long in front of us. Cushy butt's nice and underneath you, and then broadening through the pelvic floor. Feet are flexed, lengthen through your spine, and then with your exhale, you can walk your hands over for a forward fold. Think about drawing your chest down towards your quads, and then elbows down towards the ground. Last breath here. And then walking your hands back up. And then we'll take our legs nice and wide for a wide leg sit. So you want your knees and your feet both facing up towards the ceiling. So if this is really uncomfortable for you, you can place a pillow or something under your hips. Sometimes that helps. And then trying to keep your knees and feet in line with the ceiling, you can walk your hands forward or forward fold. You may not come very far. If your knees begin to roll in, you can back off a little bit. A couple more breaths here. 2 more breaths. And then slowly walk your hands back up. Again, keeping the knees and feet up towards the ceiling. You're going to rotate your chest towards your left leg and then walk your hands up. 2 breaths here. Lengthening up through your spine. And then twisting towards your right leg. Left hip is still on the mat. Walking your hands out. Folding over. 2 breaths. All right, coming back up, unwinding the spine. You can bring your legs together. Sometimes people like to kind of beat out their legs a little bit after that. You can also beat your quads if that feels good. All right, then making your way onto your backs. Legs up in the air. We'll take a Gomukhasana or a figure 4 stretch, either one that you'd like for your hips.
For Gomukhasana, you'll cross your right leg over your left, bend at the knees, reach for the ankles, and draw them in. If you prefer figure four or any other hip stretch, that's perfect. Listening to your bodies. If you're in Gomukhasana, think about keeping your knees stacked on top of each other, and then drawing your knees in towards your chest as you draw your feet towards you. 2 more breaths here. And then slowly releasing your ankles, bringing your feet together. So you've got eagle legs, your right leg is on top, and then you're gonna lay your legs out over to the left. If your left leg is on top, that's fine, just lay your legs down to the right. Once you're there, unwind your spine, think about bringing your right shoulder down towards the mat, arms up to a T, and then maybe pick your head up on its own axis, look at your right. Breathing here. Last breath. Unwind your head first, and then engage your core. Bring your legs back into the center. Extend your legs overhead, and then cross the other way. So left leg over right, keeping the knees in line, bending at the knees, and reaching for your ankles. Keeping your knees stacked, drawing your knees in towards your chest, and then drawing your feet in as well. Staying here. And again, if you'd rather do a different hip stretch, that's perfect. Just general guidelines. Breathing here. Last 2 breaths. And then slowly releasing the ankles, crossing the legs, eagle legs. If your left leg is on top, you're going to lay your legs over to the right. And unwind your arms, unwind your spine, left shoulder is dropping down towards the mat. If you'd like to, you can pick your head up and turn it to look towards the left. Breathing here. Enjoying the twist. Two more breaths. Unwind your head, engage your core, unwind your legs, and then uncross them. And then you can send the legs up towards the ceiling. If you have a pillow or something handy and you'd like to elevate your hips a little bit, you can for a waterfall. I know some of you guys will probably take a shoulder stand. Whatever feels good for you if you're trying to get your hips up, or at least your feet up in the air a little bit. Taking a few more breaths here. You got 2 breaths left. And then releasing whatever you get your hips up on, and then we'll take a fish pose. So legs out down long towards the mat. You can lift up, and if hands are facing down towards the mat, you can walk them under your hips. Legs are nice and long. Lifting your chest up, walking your elbows together behind you, and then you can release your head. So toes are touching, heels can be slightly released. You can stay here in this fish, or if you'd like to, you can lift your feet up for 3, 2, 1. Slowly coming back down. If there's any final movements you need, you can take those. Maybe you want a happy baby. Anything else. Got about 5 breaths left with your wiggles. Last breath. All right, and when you're ready, make your way into Shavasana. So legs are out by your side, palms by your hips, palms face up. Releasing your feet, releasing your hips, find a position that feels good for you. And slowing your breath down, take some nice deep inhales. And exhale, release. And again, a nice deep inhale. And exhale, release. And then starting at the crown of your head, think about sending your breath there. And then releasing any tension in your forehead, around your eyes. Maybe you're holding some tension in your jaw or your mouth. If you'd like to, you can release the tongue away from the top of your mouth. Let it sink down. Moving down to your shoulders, you can send them away from your ears. Relaxing your shoulders. Taking an inhale. And with your exhale, let them be heavy on the mat. And releasing your arms and your hands. Releasing your fingers. Moving into your chest. Feeling your heartbeat. Release any tension in your belly or your hips. Release your glutes. I like to imagine that my hips actually fall open when I do that. Release any tension in your quads and your hamstrings, your shins and your calves, and finally your feet. Do a quick little scan again. If there's any residual tension that you have, think about sending your breath there. Soothing inhales and relaxing exhales. Take a few moments of rest here. Enjoying the peace, and I'll let you know when it's time to come out. If you're ready, you can begin to bring some movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe make some circles with your hands and your feet. If you'd like to, you can take a good morning stretch, bringing your arms up overhead. And then roll into either side that feels comfortable. Cradle your head and your arm, and take 3 breaths there. And then when you're ready, make your way up to a comfortable seat. You can bring your hands into heart center. And then bringing your hands up to your forehead. Light and the joy and the peace and the happiness in me honors the light and the joy and the peace and the happiness in you. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste.